So qualified business income deduction shows up on, well, it has a form where it's calculated, but in your problems you don't have to do the form, you just have to calculate the QBI. This is a deduction, so a little bit about the history of this. When they were negotiating the 2017 tax law, they knew they wanted to cut corporate tax rates, which they did. Corporate tax rates used to be marginal tax rates, just like individuals are. Started at like 15%, went up to 35%. All sorts of complaints about the fact that the US has one of the highest corporate tax rates in the world. I don't know if it was one of the highest, but that was always the argument, that we're not competitive. So they wanted to bring down those corporate tax rates, which they did, and they made them a flat tax rate of 21%. Awesome for those companies that were paying 35%, maybe not so awesome for those companies that were paying 15%. But they wanted to do this, and this was only for C corporations. C corporations, I mean, there are a lot of C corporations in the country, but it's not the most popular type of business formation in the country. The most popular type of business formation in the country is the sole proprietorship. There are more sole proprietorships than there are C corporations. So when they made this, when they did this, all the folks who had Schedule C sole proprietorships or partnerships, because partnerships weren't included in this, S corporations weren't included in this, they said, hey, wait a minute, you're only giving this benefit, this tax cut, to the big guys, to the C corporations. What about us? So Congress decided that that was probably not a good idea, to ignore most of the businesses in this country. So they created this QBI deduction. Qualified business income deduction is 20% in general, 20% of net income. It is not a deduction that goes on the Schedule C, so it doesn't reduce self-employment income. Okay, so it doesn't reduce income that's subject to self-employment tax. It is a deduction that comes right after the standard deduction. So it also doesn't reduce adjusted gross income. Okay, but it does reduce taxable income. Okay, so like I said, generally it's 20% of your net income. However, not always, because what you have to do first is reduce the net income by a couple of items. So if we got our net income, I should go get new markers for this room because these are bad. So this is from Schedule C, line 31, okay, for net income is, well, we'll just stick with our 155,000. But we had SE, we have to subtract our SE, 1/2 of our SE tax. Anybody remember what that was? When it was 150, oh, it's over here. No, it's not over here. So this was 6, 7, oops, yeah, 7, 4, 1, 20, is that right? Divided by 2. I know that's backwards. Which is, how much was it? Oh.
It's 21,477 the total.
Okay.
And then half 10,739.
Okay. We'd have to subtract that. Also, if we have self-employed health insurance, we have to subtract that. Let's just say we do. Say it's 10,000. All right, so somebody do that math for me.
It's not negative for sure.
What's that? Maybe 1/3 134 or something.
261.
261?
134, 261.
Okay, this is what we multiply by 20%. What's the result for that one? 134, 261 times 20%. Okay, we'll round that to $26,852. This is our QBI, but we're still not done yet. And your problem that you have incorporates this. What you have to do is multiply this by 20%. What's that equal?
31,000.
And you take whichever is smaller. So
That part last.
you gotta take whichever is smaller. So these two, this one would be smaller. But if this number were smaller, like let's say this was 100, 105. Now, we've got 105, was that 84?
84, yeah.
Right, so this times 20% here would be, let's see, 10.5, 21,000?
Yeah.
And how much would this be?
16.
Okay, so this would still be 16,
852.
8, but something like that. Anyway, so this would still be the smaller of the two. Hint, your problem is not this number, it's that number, whatever the calculation is. This is for the tax return problem. Okay, that's the last part of the QBI. Questions? Done with the chapter. Well, you're not done, you have homework to do, but I'm done with the chapter.
That took forever, I don't know why.
It's a big chapter, it's huge.
Smart book too.
What is the smart book, what?
Yeah, the smart book is probably the longest part.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like 42 concepts.
That's the longest smart book I've ever.
Wow, well, it's a big chapter.
So fun.
Alright, I'm gonna stop this.
I can take it.